All right, this is Emily. We're trying to spring her back to life. As you can see, I've installed a discharge chute. Emily's not a pretty mower, so I'm not worried too much about beauty. This is on, and it's on real secure. You know, I save these old discharge chutes because I get a lot of mowers in that don't have a discharge chute on them. And for safety, you got to have one. And so you basically drill it out and permanently affix it. It's not on any kind of spring or anything. So we're going to try and, I think this will be the last video on this one, and we'll see if we can get her running today. But I've got somebody that wants to buy this mower. So let me set that down there and see what we can do. Can I help you, dear?
I'm just worrying with some plans.
All right, so we've got a new blade installed on this mower now. I know Emily has compression. We've gotten greatly improved the wheels where they're not wobbling so much. So I think we'll bring her down and put a gas tank on her and probably pull the cord here in a few minutes. So let's see if we can do that. Get a little space worked in here. This is that funky handle I took off that was the bail to shut the mower off. That was interesting. Got her back down there. Let me show you my temporary kill switch I have on this mower just to test it to see if it's going to run. You just take an old piece of cord and put it where the metal cable goes in. Got a rubber band there, so this thing will, when I pull this, see, it'll shut off. But then when I let it go, the rubber band takes it back. So when I go to start it, it'll be in that position. You know, if you don't get something to hold it back, then this thing tends to come up there and touch that, and then it won't run while you're trying to test it. Let's see if we can get a good tank and carburetor on this mower. And it is, where did I put that thing? Oh. No, it's not that one. Okay. Yeah, it's this one. It says primes perfect with kerosene, so that means I've tested it. And we're gonna put this tank on there. I don't have my rubber grommet on there that allows the crankcase to feed out into the carburetor. Let's see if I can show you what I'm doing here. So the tank is just flopping around here, but you see I've got that connected. That's where that goes. That little elbow is going to go in that center hole. So now I need to get this on here. And as I wiggle this back and forth and get it on, I'm going to have that grommet go on. So that'll be what I'm doing. I'm sorry it's out of view of the camera, but that's what I'm trying to do right now. So, get the grommet in place. push, wiggle, wiggle, push, push. May have to use your thumb to push the grommet on a little better. So what I'm looking for is to see if that hole on that tank is lined up with that hole. If it is, then I've pushed it on far enough, so now I'm looking for a little 3/8 screw. Let's hope it's around here somewhere. There it is right there. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in a few turns. 1, 2, 3. And then looking for the main take bolt, which is a 1/2. But you always do not want to forget to put this spacer in there, or you'll actually break the gas tank. So there's a lot of crud on that. Let me see if I can get that crud off. All right, that helps a little, I guess. So I'm going to use this, hold it here, and then put this screw in. And I'm going to find me another 3/8 to hold this. Let me show you that. Yeah. See, I want this. I've got the screw in that holds the tank on. And now I want to go ahead and start this, even though I'll end up taking it back out later. But I want the tightness of this screw here to hold that in the correct spot when I go to install the rewinder. Otherwise, if you tighten it up, this thing it'll be like hanging way down here, and you can't move it because it's because it's tight over there. So I want this in place. Doesn't have to be tight, but now I can tighten this. Let me get a 1/2 inch socket on that little gal there. I don't know what I've done with my extension. There it is. I've been looking at this for a day and a half. There we go. This is what I want. Get this on here now. All right. I'm going to tighten up the 3/8. Okay. All right, that's in good shape. That's moving like it's supposed to. The little air vane. So now we can put the rewinder on. Okay, I'm going to take this screw out because it's not going to go on with it in there. But at least I know that spacer on this arm is going to be in the right position to install. Sometimes you have to jiggle the rope a little bit to get it to go on. I want to make sure that this is on the outside. Isn't that? Okay, that's good. Oh. Okay, everything's seated now. What I had to do was clear that kill switch because it was so far back, it was touching the housing of the rewinder, so I had to pull it forward and it would seat. Now that is lined up pretty well. Need to get this. Yeah, it had to come up just a little. So I'm gonna get that one started. Now I need to get the one in the front started. Make sure my spark plug wire is in the little gap so it doesn't get pinched or cut. Very important. That's going in. I need one more 3/8 screw. Let's see. Where are you? I have to go to my supplies. I don't see a 3/8 laying around somewhere. There's a good one. Got a whole jar of these things, but some of them have 7/16 heads on them, which I'm not. I don't want to put that on there. It would work, but it just wouldn't match the others. All right. Let's go around the other side and put this one in. It's not really wanting to line up. Let me see if I can get a socket on there. It'll help a little. There we go. Okay. Tighten this one down. Check one more time that the spark plug wire's in the correct spot and not being cut by the edge of that rewinder. Spark plug wire should move around like that. See, that means it's not being cut. This last one to tighten. Okay. So now, believe it or not, we can put some gas in this Emily and see if she's going to crank up. And I hope it doesn't smoke like crazy. And I did put some fresh oil in there at the correct level, about 16 ounces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That should be enough fuel for it to prime and to test. Clear a pathway where I can get her off the table and get these discharge chutes out of the way. All right, here we go. I'm gonna just take the camera with me. We're gonna roll this thing out on the proving grounds to make sure it's priming. I'll show you that. All right. Oh, you know what? Let me get out in the sunlight so you can see it better. What you're looking for is a little spray of fuel, like a squirt gun coming out of there. So here we go. I'm going to push it. 1, 2, 3. There, you see that? There's 2 squirts, so it's definitely priming. So let's walk her out here. Take her out way in the backyard in case it starts smoking. And when they've been overfilled with oil like this one was, sometimes they'll smoke a lot until that excess oil burns off. So that's what I'm watching for. If it does start smoking, is to see if it stops after a few minutes. And if it does, then everything's fine. Right. So I know I just put 2 squirts in there. I'm going to put 1 more. We'll see if she cranks. Come on, you. Wonder if this rope maybe. Rope may be too short, but that's what it is. So let me try this now. If it's too short, then I'm gonna have to take that rewinder off. Yeah. That's a short rope. Gonna prime it again. See, what I'm looking for now that she's running is to see if that smoke burns off, because she did have way too much oil in her crankcase. But anyway, that's it for today. We got Emily running, and I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that the smoke stops in a little while, but that's how you get them going.